gentlemen of the press, my dear colleagues in the National Assembly and members of the National Assembly caucus from Benue State. Good afternoon to you all. This is a text of our resolution and the press statement that is to be issued after our one-day retreat at the National Assembly, marking the end of the year as we leave the National Assembly to return in a few days' time to continue with our legislative business. The text of this statement is about the dictatorial conduct and poor leadership of His Excellency Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia, the Governor of Benue State, and the need for His Excellency President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, GCFR, to call Governor Alia to order. We, the undersigned, are members of the National Assembly caucus elected on the platform of APC, Benue State. Having watched with apprehension the absence of democratic leadership in Benue State in the last 6 months, exemplified by the arrogant and egocentric conduct of Governor Hyacinth Alia, APC in Nigeria, to seek their immediate intervention before the fortunes of APC in Benue State are totally destroyed by the Benue State Governor. It is necessary to state from the onset that we have collectively and individually drawn the attention of the leader of APC in Benue State, Senator Dr. George Akume, who is now the Secretary to Government of the Federation, and who has on several occasions pleaded for patience from us in the anticipation of a possible change of attitude from His Excellency Governor Hyacinth Alia. Rather than change for the better, Governor Alia has become more emboldened and has continued to treat us and the party in general in the most despicable, disgusting, disrespectful, and disingenuous manner. Gentlemen of the press, a background information on the status of APC in Benue State before now could be relevant at this juncture. Benue State APC, under the leadership of Dr. George Akume, as 2 times former governor of Benue State, 3 times senator, former minister, and now Secretary to Government of the Federation, had won elections and taken over power in Benue State in 2015 after APC was formed. Unfortunately, the then governor, His Excellency Samuel Otom, betrayed the party and defected to the PDP, thus opening the chapter of a temporary setback for APC in Benue State. Not daunted, Benue APC under Senator Dr. George Akume undertook a purposeful re-engineering of the Benue political landscape to reclaim her stolen mandate and return the state to the mainstream progressive politics in Nigeria. It is this now stronger APC that attracted Reverend Father Hyacinth Alia to desperately seek election on the party's platform. In retrospect, Father Alia only came to reap where he did not sow. In any case, you are well aware of the rejection of his candidacy by older members of the party, including litigations in several courts of law up to the Supreme Court of Nigeria. It took the stringent support of Dr. George Akume to extricate his candidacy from the destructive grip of his co-aspirants and eventual victory at the polls. Today, the ungrateful Father Alia, who had barely joined APC 2 months before the gubernatorial primaries, assumes a messianic posture and tend to appropriate the victory of APC in Benue State as a product of his so-called popularity, without regard to the painstaking and systematic efforts of the existing formidable political structure which has enthroned all the former governors before him and himself inclusive. The question begging for answer is, why did this self-acclaimed popular priest not contest on the platform of either ABGA, PDP, or other smaller political parties in Benue State to test and affirm his self-acclaimed popularity? For clarity's sake, let us contextualize some of the dictatorial and egocentric tendencies of Governor Hyacinth Alia and his poor treatment of Benue APC in the last 6 months of his administration, including we members of the National Assembly. 1. The election of the Speaker of Benue House of Assembly. The position of the Speaker was zoned to the Jemba block of Benue Northwest Senatorial District, also called Zone B. Coincidentally, that is the birthplace of Senator Dr. George Akume. Whereas APC has 22 members out of the 32 members of the Assembly, Governor Alia connived with former Governor Gabriel Susam of PDP to produce a speaker different from the candidate preferred by APC. In the contest for the position of the speaker, Governor Alia held midnight meetings at the residence of Senator Gabriel Susam and got 10 PDP members to align with 7 recalcitrant APC members to beat the APC preferred candidate by a small margin of 2 votes. This began his unholy alliance with PDP to undermine and maltreat the legitimate members of APC in Benue State. 2. After the speakership debacle, the party again nominated and made a spread of principal officers of the Assembly comprising Majority Leader, Deputy Majority Leader, Chief Whip, and Deputy Chief Whip. Surprisingly, the Speaker joyfully agreed with the opposition party on all nominations from the PDP as endorsed by the state chairman of the party and secretary, but jettisoned the list submitted by his own party, the APC, and rather accepted the list that was unilaterally submitted to him by the governor through the governor's chief of staff. 3. It was an embarrassing experience for the party having to face the dejection in the hands of an administration it labored hard to install. However, the party submitted and sustained their faith in the governor and his government, even when the faith aggrieved and resorted to stand by the advice of the leader of the party, the SGF, whose counsel has always been for the party to pray for Governor Alia to succeed and to change from his undemocratic tendencies. 4. In the first meeting of the stakeholders that was held in Government House, the chairman of the party, Comrade Osenegada, publicly went on his knees and to accept blames, even though there were no blames, and apologized to the governor and party members, requesting that they put behind the state assembly imbroglio and come together to save the party. In the meeting, the governor hypocritically praised the leader of the party with a promise to always work together so that Benue and the party will enjoy democratic dividends. He also pledged that going forward, he will try to involve the party and other critical stakeholders, including us, members of the National Assembly, in all the sensitive decisions, particularly in the nomination of commissioners and local government caretaker chairmen as we move forward. A promise that is, however, kept in breach. 5. In appointing his commissioners, His Excellency Governor Alia again excised a sole description without recourse to the normal tradition of requesting for nominations from local governments and disregarded the zoning arrangements and permutations, and went ahead to make his independent choices as he deemed fit. Again, the party did not oppose him, but rather accepted to play along with him in the following hope that Governor Alia will change. 6. Why we do not support the dissolution of a democratically elected local government council. Governor Alia again single-handedly and singly and privately appointed all the caretaker chairmen in the 23 local government areas of Benue State without recourse to the party, ESCO, nor any other stakeholder in Benue State, to the extent that even members of opposition have been appointed by him in total disregard of zoning and reward for performance in the last election. Surprisingly, when the nominations were forwarded, the governor went on, as Alia said, and appointed whoever that he chose. Recall that the governor earlier requested the party leadership to nominate 3 persons per each local government, and that he would appoint from the 3 nominees from each local government. But the governor again threw away that list and appointed whoever he wanted, in total disregard of what has been the practice in Benue State. Number 7, disrespect to members of the National Assembly. Governor Hassan Alia, since assumption of duty, has not held any single meeting with members of the National Assembly who were elected on the same APC platform with him. Neither does he pick or return our telephone calls, not to talk of consulting them on political matters in the state. He has assumed the posture of a conqueror who does not care about the welfare nor the sensibilities of members of the National Assembly. In every other state of the Federation, members of the National Assembly are working in synergy with their governors to attract development from the center to their states of origin. This is not the case in Benue State. Governor Alia is running a one-man show. 8. Governor Alia has no known development blueprint for Benue State. As at the moment, nobody in Benue State is aware of the direction of his administration. What he practices is personal rule, and this is replicated by the lopsided appointments he has made in the state so far, with his immediate Kuna community cornering all the positions in his government. 9. The implications of this undemocratic rule in Benue State. The grave consequences of Governor Alia's personal rule is that the generality of APC members who are excluded and abandoned are beginning to lose faith in the APC-led administration in Benue State. Therefore, care must be taken to safeguard APC from this tyrannical leadership of Governor Alia, so as to prepare the party for the next round of elections. By Governor Alia's undemocratic attitude, activities, and posture, the fortunes of APC in Benue State are fast declining. The governor hires fake crowd and moves around in the state capital, giving the impression that the people are with him, whereas you all know that party politics in Nigeria is predicated on the shoulders of leaders from the world to the state, from the world to the local government to the states. It's not the crowd that you hire in the state capital that gives you the votes. We wish to request Mr. President to intervene before Governor Alia destroys APC in Benue State, and that is the resolution of the National Assembly Caucus, having risen from this one-day retreat. I want to thank all of you for listening. May God bless all of us. Thank you.